You are tuned to KFM 94.5. My name is Tracey Lange, and it's great to have you along on this Monday morning. Now, if you are sitting at work and you're going, listen, I started at 9 this morning and I'm getting ready to start. I know no one starts up until after 10:30. I know that's what happens on a Monday morning. So guess what? I've got exactly what you need to get you ready to perhaps start at 10 o'clock. I've got Lucia Dramat joining me this morning for Motivational Monday. Welcome.
Good morning.
Okay, so tell me, what are we looking at this week?
Tracey, this week a little bit more serious. I don't even want to say somber, but let's just dive into it. Forgiveness.
Ooh, yeah, no, that is a deep one.
I'm preaching on this Monday.
Okay, you bring it, girl. You do you.
This morning I'm preaching. No, but you know what? When we look at forgiveness, I want you to think not just about what the person did and all of that, but just take it back to your own mindset and how unforgiveness traps your life and who you are. And if you look at it from that point, it's very important that you actually sort it out, sift through it, get through it, so that your life can move forward.
But it's not that easy if people haven't learnt that lesson about the fact that you are actually just poisoning yourself.
Absolutely.
When you don't forgive.
That's the thing. You think that you're actually punishing someone else by not forgiving them, but you're very much punishing yourself. And I know that forgiveness is possible because there are so many key people that have chosen to forgive, and we look up at their example. And I think the big thing to keep in mind when it comes to forgiveness is it doesn't mean you have to be best friends with a person. It doesn't mean you have to, they stole all your money, now you give them money again. That's not what it means. It doesn't mean you fall into the same behaviors as before, but it is freeing yourself emotionally and mentally to move on and move past it.
Okay, so how do you start that process?
Write it down. Write down who you need to forgive, what you need to forgive them for, and then also include yourself. Because sometimes we can kick ourselves for something that we did or didn't do, and we hold it over our own heads. We look back and regret, and we just don't forgive ourselves, but we've never said, I'm so upset with myself. We've never actually said it out loud, but just admitting it. Hey, this is something that I have to work through because it's actually holding myself back in stepping out in confidence in another area of my life.
We're starting with the writing down, seeing that, but the act of forgiveness itself, then what do you do?
We're going to dive a little bit deeper, and you really want to reflect on each and every situation that you've written down, and you want to acknowledge the pain of staying in unforgiveness. Not the pain of what they did to you, the pain of staying in unforgiveness. All these ways that you've limited your life. Acknowledge the pain. Acknowledge what sitting in that negativity does to your life so that you can actually see it. Because sometimes we think, by me not forgiving, I have the power over you. Susie's living her best life. Susie forgot what happened 4 years ago. It's only me sitting on 4 years ago's issue. So you really need to acknowledge that. And once you see, hey, this thing has actually got a lot of power over me, then you know, okay, we need to get rid of it.
Got it.
From there, you can move on to the apologize. Express an apology where it's a space where you have to ask for forgiveness or where you just have to have that conversation with someone. Maybe you need them to say, I'm sorry, and they don't want to say, I'm sorry in that situation. What the whole point of this exercise, this conversation, the letter, the phone call, whatever you're going, however you want to do it, it is not about the response. It is about you getting out what you need to get out. If you need to say, this is how you hurt me, I was absolutely devastated by it, but I need to get past this, so I'm going to forgive you and let go of this. If they respond or not, you've released it. That is for you, not to hear what they have to say back.
My dad used to be a great fan of this. He used to love saying this quite often. He said, we are all taught to forgive and forget. And he said, which is hard, right? Forgetting is the hard bit.
Yes.
But he says, how about you just apply it this way? You forgive. And then whenever you remember what they did to you, you mustn't forget that you have forgiven.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Because forgiveness is a constant journey.
Absolutely.
Because you are always going to remember what they did. It's just the reality of life. It's just human nature. But if you keep reminding yourself like, hey, come on, I have forgiven. Like you kind of take the power away of that anger.
Absolutely. And you don't allow it to control you. Because then it continues to steal from your life. And then they're getting more from you than they should.
Oh, yeah, no, come on. We cannot give people that much power. No, not. We're not about that life. Lucia, thank you as always. Such a joy. Go and follow her on social media. And if you want to see the full video, just head over to kfm.co.za.
The most music to make feel great with Tracey Lange.
KFM 94.5.
KFM 94.